here we go, the Horizon Hobby P-51D Ultra Micro Mustang BNF, the unboxing. There's one side. Oh, actually, I think if we just cut this. There you go. So, here we go. Open the box. Comes in a weird amount of bubble wrap, but I suppose it's come across from Germany. So, here it is. The P-51D Ultra Micro Mustang. So I'll just break into the box now. Usual seal, and there it is. I can just hold it up. There we go. So the P-51 BNF with the usual battery. I think this is the same as, yeah, there you go. 25C 1 cell battery. Your Parkzone charger with the batteries that are included down here. You can just rip them out easily. Here we go. So I think they'll probably last about 20-30 charges, and then last of all you've got your plane. There we go. Installing your battery is easy enough. And then pop your lid on, which goes in. And your 1 cell on charge, just slide it in to there. Red light should come on. Usually takes about 30 to 40 minutes. We'll leave that to the side charging, and we'll have a look at the plane and get that out and see what it looks like out the box. So there's simple flaps here, and then here, which come off easily, and then here is the plane. So we've got the plastic wrap on it that we can easily just peel around. There's one, and the other on the tail should come off like, and this bit here, like that. So there we go. So we've got it out the box in a bit lighter conditions, and I've also got the manual out here. Show you some specs. And the wingspan, you can pause it there for specs. So from the top, there's a 8.5mm brushed motor with a 4-blade prop. We've got a really nice scale pilot there with a scale dashboard as well. Really nice decals of the American Air Force, I believe. Nice air intake under there. The landing gear is not held on as well as some other planes, so I've had to put some reinforcements on. Just some PVA and hot glue around there so they don't fall off. But once you've done that, they don't fall off. So the control surfaces, the ailerons are not control horns, they're just push rods that go into the actual surface, and the elevator does have a control horn. I think I can focus on it there, and it has a push rod going to the other elevator because they are separate. And then the vertical stabilizer and the rudder, obviously another control horn there, and a steerable nose wheel that goes along with the rudder. So that's all the control surfaces. This camera's really bad at focusing today. So there we go, quick overview of the plane. So yeah. So your binding process, it's as easy as getting your Flite battery, which is there. Use the 25C, focus, right. But then simply leaving your transmitter off, plugging it into here as you usually would. I'm not going to do it now because it's already bound. So you'd plug it in there, and the receiver would be armed and flashing in the plane. So then what you would go and do is turn your transmitter on whilst holding the bind button, which is situated here on my DX4, or could be over here on any other transmitters, and sometimes at the back. So you turn it on, hold that, then as soon as you've turned it on, wait a few seconds, release it, and it should be bound. The receiver alarm and the plane's control surfaces will be functional. So I'll just pop this back in the area there. So yeah, I'll show you the motor and the control surfaces now. So we'll get the Flite battery, which is over here, take that out, and then plug it in, which is simple enough. So get this, line up the things, plug it in, should arm. We'll plug this in, make sure it's straight, and then we'll set it on the ground for the AS3X to arm. There we go. So it's armed now, so all we need to do is check the control surfaces, which is easy enough. So we'll go ailerons, so that's left and right. I've got it on full rates, so they do move enough. We'll check elevator. That's a big movement. It does have a nice elevator, and then rudder there. And we have activated the throttle a tiny bit, so you'll see the AS3X working now. Yeah, then some different views. So we may as well test out the motor now. So here we go. That's a quarter. That's a half. I usually fly in a half for scale flying. And I usually fly full or nearly full for aerobatics. So we'll decline that now. The AS3X is still doing its job. So we'll set that down. So that's the full review on the Ultramicro P-51D Mustang. There'll be a maiden coming in the next week or so. So look out for that. And thanks for watching.